So what was Galeo, and what was the impetus to get Galeo started? Back in 2003, we were working in the legislature to pass legislation to expand access to driver's licenses without regarding immigration status. And the measure failed, and we experienced significant backlash towards the immigrant community. And we recognized that we needed to create something to be a catalyst for engagement of the Latino community in the political policy processes of the state in order for the community to be respected. There was nothing in place then, so we created Galeo in order to do that. Galeo is an organization, nonpartisan, nonprofit organization. We focus on civic engagement and leadership development of the Latino community. Ultimately, what does that mean? That means that we work to engage the community to earn more respect for the community. When a new voter gets registered to vote, that means more respect for our community. When a person that's ready to become a citizen becomes a citizen and then becomes part of the process, that earns respect for our community. Respect from policymakers to make sure that they can respect ultimately the contributions that our community is making to the state of Georgia. The Galeo Leadership Program is an intensive year-long program that we have. We recruit participants from the community, and we teach them skills that they need to be more effective leaders within their own community. For example, how to communicate more effectively, how do you handle diversity within the community, how do you manage conflict, how do you create win-win situations for our community. These skills are essential skills that our community can use to be more effective for whatever it is that they want to do. Whether they want to work on immigration reform, whether they want to work and be more involved within their own churches, be more involved in the PTAs. That's what we provide the community, and we need more Latinos to step up for leadership roles, and this is our way to contribute to facilitating Latinos stepping up to fill those roles. Galeo does a lot with voter engagement. We have a hotline where we answer questions in English or in Spanish about people not familiar with the process of voting. And there's a lot of people in Georgia that are not familiar, Latinos that are not familiar with the process of voting. We encourage that. We also promote engagement through Spanish media. They're great partners to make sure that we do get the word out about elections. We also promote informing the Latino electorate about where the candidates stand on issues that are important. Primarily, the issue of immigration reform and voting rights have been the two things that we've been focusing on as Galeo. But also what we do as Galeo for voter engagement is we knock on doors, we go to Latino neighborhoods and make sure that all eligible Latinos are registered to vote and turn out to vote for the elections. We're doing that right now. We're continuing to do that. We do that every year to ensure that the Latino vote continues to grow stronger. And then ultimately what we do also do is at naturalization ceremonies, we are there in partnership with other organizations to make sure that as people become naturalized citizens, they do get the opportunity to register to vote right there at the naturalization ceremonies. So a lot of that we do, and that has helped grow the Latino electorate tremendously over the last several years. What are these events that we do for our community? Ultimately, for example, we recently held a Cesar Chavez screening. We invited our community members to come in and be a part of a screening of a great movie, of a great man that's part of our history in the state of Georgia. So, and we want to include more of that history for people here in the state of Georgia. So we had the screening and invited our members as part of that. And another example of what we do is our fundraising events. We recently had our 11th annual Power Breakfast, and we had a great number of support from the community, but ultimately we had a number of elected officials and candidates come seeking the Latino vote. We've had the most number of candidates come to our breakfast because the Latino vote is growing much more important and they want the vote. So ultimately it was a great success, and the Latino community's importance is growing in the state of Georgia. Galeo encourages the community to get involved. One way that you can get involved is to become a member of our organization, get involved with the Galeo Leadership Council, and do more for our community. There are a lot of opportunities out there and a lot of needs in our community. By you getting involved, we can make a difference together.